welcome back everybody to the Wrestling Fellas. SummerSlam weekend's just been. Was it a beast of a pay-per-view?
Ooh.
Did we cash in on the 2 nights event? Or are we all living in the American? Find out later on.
Wow.
But Matt,
He's
how are
getting
we?
good at this. He's getting good at it every week. Ever since the TNA one with the phenomenal. Oh, he's getting good. I'm impressed. I'm all good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good mate. Oh, good. It was a good little weekend,
Yeah, man.
which I'll
Enjoyed it.
go through in a bit. Tiring. You know, it started at 11 p.m. for us. It was still tiring.
Very. And you wanted that all in one night? Mate, I could not have done that in one night. I can barely do AEW in one night. Never mind that. Get hell.
There were shorter matches. Like, there was matches there that obviously we'll discuss. It could have less time, but
Yeah, but then it's the advertisements as well. To be fair, some of them weren't bad for advertisements. They kind of cut them out a bit more than not what they normally did, especially for Mania. Mania was all over. Look at Drew McIntyre and Doom.
yeah,
You probably don't like us saying that.
Doom outfit.
His best outfit. Aye. But yeah, SummerSlam this weekend was good. I enjoyed it. I know
Good
a
stuff.
few people didn't. But we're going to start off with me apologising. So I know because people have said I don't need to apologise, but I'm still going to do it anyway. On obviously Saturday went without a hitch, and Saturday night was really good. Enjoyed it. Sunday we went on and we were live for what, half an hour, 20 minutes? I think it was even that. I think it was 15 minutes. And we had some knobheading that was being a dick. And I said a word I shouldn't have. So if anyone heard me say the word, I don't think anyone did because no one brought it up. But if anyone heard me say the word, I apologise for saying that word. As soon as I said it, I said in my head, I shouldn't have said that. That's what got us banned, was the word I said. Only for 24 hours. We will be back for Forbidden Door, so don't worry, guys. We will be back on TikTok.
That's the first time they've actually sent us what it was as well.
So I apologise for that, and I apologise also because the rest of the night then I was in a mood, and I didn't really speak or like do anything till Brock came out at the end. So yeah, and something else happened in the middle which I forgot to tell you about, which annoyed me a little bit. But I've slept on it. I'm not really that arsed anymore. People are dickheads, and people will try and bring people down no matter what they do. But from now on, if anyone pops in, we're just gonna fuck it and be a dick. We're just gonna block them straight away. There's gonna be no try and banter with it or anything like that.
No, we'll give them time because obviously sometimes our mates come in and try and mess about and stuff, but we'll give them. If it's not, then the mods will do the job. No, I'm going to make a video on this. I might still do it on our TikTok. It's not fair. It really isn't. And people can come in and say and do what they want. And then obviously we give it back. They go report us. We get a ban.
Yeah.
Or we get weekly. We get weekly. Well, every live we get a warning.
Yeah.
Of stuff, but we're not. I don't think we ever say anything out too untowards.
No, that was the first time. That was the first time with I've actually said anything really like out of order. But they can say anything they want in chat, and it's fine.
Yeah, that's it. But I do know a lot of our followers did go and report that person.
Yeah.
A few of them did. I think that person has multiple accounts, so we'll have to keep an eye out for them. But yeah, anyway, we made it across to YouTube. We had a good, decent crowd in. We had a bit of a laugh and a banter. Saturday night, we had a bit of a laugh as well.
Yeah.
Which, so good. But yeah, what news have we got, mate?
I don't know, mate. I mean, there's a couple of things. First thing is, obviously, at SummerSlam, unfortunately, Karrion Kross lost his match to Sami Zayn for some weird fucking strange reason. And I think we both said if he loses this is probably him gone. And he lost. And then it came out yesterday that his contract, him and Scarlett's contract, ends this weekend. According to Fightful, neither Cross nor Scarlett are backstage. Well, were backstage at Raw. They weren't planned for the show. Behind the scenes, the WWE higher up has indicated that both their contracts are set to expire this weekend, and so far the company has not put any new deals in front of them. What makes the situation even more unusual is that the pair reportedly haven't been told that their contracts are about to lapse. That leaves a lot of uncertainty about WWE's plans for them. So, if no agreements are reached in the coming days, Cross and Scarlett will officially hit free agency, open the door for other promotions to make offers. We said several times on this channel that we do not want him to go to AEW. We don't want him to go to TNA. We want him to stay in the independents and do what Matt Cardona has done, but on try and do it on a bigger scale. Because he is a main eventer, and we know he's a main eventer, and he is talented. So
he knows his worth. That's the thing, and I think he's realising that with some of these tweets and stuff as well. Go out and just do his own thing. Him and Scarlett, they'll make a fortune.
Mm-hmm.
So especially with his book coming out as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't think he has any issues with any bookings or anything. And even if the only issue if he goes AEW is he does get lost in the shuffle, because it seems to be like the people that are in the world title picture over in AEW, WWE, their version of John Cena's and Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, the same people that are just over and over again. Brock Lesnar now, over and over again in the same picture.
I think if he went to AEW, he brings another heel to the main title picture. The only real main heel in that picture now at the moment, and I'm going off, well, two. There's two there. Going off from Wednesday is MJF and Mox. So he could slot in on a heel side of thing. Swerve's gone face. Will's face, Hanger's his face. Put Kenny back in as a face. Okada's in the middle of that he's got the co-op title.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, again though, it's I don't, and nothing against it. I don't see it working out well for him. I just don't. I don't think he's just that. I think WWE, it's like very much like WWE. AEW is set with the main guys they have in that title picture. Every now and again they'll let one slip through because someone's just got injured. So, for example, Samoa Joe, when he won the title, because MJF's reign got boring. Adam Cole got injured. So then, instead of just sticking it on Swerve, they just gave it to Joe.
The thing with Cross and a business sense, the fans want him.
Oh yeah, no, the business sense, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't want him to be doing what he's doing now.
No.
Well, because at one point, WWE was on TV week in, week out. He just weren't doing nothing like major. It was just storylines, kind of like what Ricochet's doing. He's on TV every week, but he's not actually doing anything that is significant in terms of building yourself up to be a main eventer. I just don't think
Ricochet. Yeah,
I just think
fully ready this week beat Zilla.
Well, yeah, that's something I was going to get onto in a minute. But I just don't. I'd rather him see him in the main events of indies and doing the indie stuff and building himself back up. And if he does then go to AEW and he is a massive, bigger than Will Ospreay or someone like that, then fair enough.
That's the thing with AEW as well. They do get the option of working the indies as well. That's the other thing that could draw them there.
But then you got the indie promotions that also work with WWE that WWE won't let. Do you know what I mean? So it's one or the other. Not one or the other. It's like it's one of those. You can either go and do it. Obviously, no harm in it at all. But then you are running the same risk because as much you might think different, but I do think if you look at the AEW title picture, as much as it's another heel, there is a lot of people in there that are the same people that's in that title picture, like WWE is. WWE's title pictures are the fucking same. It's world title is gone for Seth, Punk now, and Jey Uso. Over on the world WWE title, it's the same people: Cody, Cena, Roman. We said it. We said it as well. You get the WWE titles there for the main fucking guys, and it doesn't change. And I feel personally that's the same with AEW's world title. You always see Mox, you always see Paige, you always see Swerve and Omega and Will Ospreay. Obviously, I know Kenny's in the mid card at the moment. That's because he's just come back from a fucking shit injury. But once he loses that title, he's back in that main event. So, like Kingston, if Eddie Kingston came back, I don't like Eddie Kingston. Don't get me wrong, but Eddie Kingston came back, I'd like it because it's someone new in that title picture that I've not seen. I personally haven't seen since I started watching it. So I'd like it because it's someone new.
Yeah. Kingston's one of them ones, though. For me, I want him in the title picture, but I think he'll come back as a mid-carder.
Yeah, I do. But, like, that's what I'm saying, though. If they put someone new in there, it changes everything up. And it's like, look at Ricochet. I've given Ricochet praise over the last couple of months. Put Ricochet in that title picture, it changes it up a bit. It's not the same people. And it's nice to see, nice to change it up. Do you know what I mean? So, and I just don't see AEW doing that. I think the more sensible to do it than WWE, but I just don't.
I think this week they've teased it. I think this week they teased it with Mark Briscoe. I think Mark Briscoe will be the next one to step up there.
See, that'd be cool because it's someone new.
Yeah. So I think we'll see that soon. But no, I get what you mean. I say I'd rather see him on the independent scenes. It gives us an opportunity to actually see him as well because he could be brought up here for someone, which would be cool. Bit of a selfish reason, but I'd like to see him. Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Aye. People wondering if Charles Robinson has passed away because there's rumours going around just that Charles Robinson has passed away, the referee, Leon H. He came out on Twitter and said he's not dead. I don't know where the rumours started from. He took to his Instagram in response to a false rumour about his death, making it clear that he's alive and doing well. He included a Facebook post that claimed Robinson has died, where it said in memory of ref Leon H. 1964 to 2025. The post also claimed that WWE confirmed this. Robinson called out those who spread the lie, calling them out for their negativity and dishonesty, and reminded fans not to trust everything they see online. He said, I am alive and well. Some people are just stinky, nasty old buttholes that spread lies. Do not believe anything you read on the internet. Have a great week. # not dead. Charles Robinson isn't dead. Goldberg hasn't killed him.
He was filmed taking down the ring in an air cast the other day.
He's not been in. He's got a broken rib. He's not been in TV.
No, but he was filmed. He's still working as a ring crew, helping take down the rings and stuff.
Could you take down the ring with a broken rib?
I'll have to try and find it again. But yeah, someone literally sent him.
Gunther is out. Before the night one of SummerSlam, the news broke that Gunther has got an injury, and it was to do with his nose. And it is requiring surgery. Obviously, CM Punk beat Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship for 5 minutes. And then on Raw last night, it was announced that Gunther is injured and he is going to be taking time off TV for quite some time.
Over the bone.
Yeah, something's broken his nose and he needs surgery to fix it. So Gunther is off TV for a bit, which are doing some good. Stay away for a bit, stay off TV, come back in and be the badass that we know he is. There's not one El Grande Americano. There is not two El Grande Americanos. There isn't 3 El Grande Americanos. There is now 4 El Grande Americanos. Chad Gable, Ludwig Kaiser, Pete Dunne, and last night, Tyler Bate is the other El Americano.
Right. Just what we want. We don't even want the one. We don't even want one of them. But
as far as I'm aware, I think, well, from what I read the other week, El Grande Americano in AAA is being took as a serious character, and he's in the main event. There's a fatal 4-way in AAA Mania, whatever it's called, with Vikingo, Dom Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and El Grande Americano. In AAA, El Grande Americano is being took serious as a serious competitor. However, when we know that...
Who is it that's portraying him in AAA?
Kaiser.
Kaiser.
Yeah. That's what I was about to come to. So we've got Kaiser off TV, who people want to shit on Kaiser for some weird unknown reason. He's great heel because you want to hate him because he's good looking. He's a fucking specimen. I'd want to look like Kaiser if I could. And he's good in the ring, and his mic skills, you know, as much as he's foreign, they're better than Cesaro's. And Claudio's been doing it for a lot longer. So it's a bit shit. And then you've got add Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate to the mix. And it's like, them two are as good. We know how good, if UK wrestling fans know how good Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate is. And even WWE fans, if you watched him in NXT, or when they've actually wrestled on the main roster, when Pete Dunne had that feud with Sheamus on TV, we saw how good Pete Dunne was. And they're just being used as gimmicks, and it's pissing me off. But yeah, Tyler Bate is the fourth. What else? Is there anything major? So I do want to address something before we get into SummerSlam. There was a comment left on one of our videos about the way I mentioned Hulk Hogan, and there's a reason I'm bringing it up because of a news article. And I said on the video, it was last week's main event, we spoke about Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne, and obviously spoke about SummerSlam. But I said about Hulk Hogan that I didn't care that he passed away. And it wasn't something I was going to sleep over or go back and watch old matches or anything. We had a comment from a fan, LP fan 8765, that said, I get the Hogan point of view from Matt, however, thought it was a little disrespectful from him, saying he doesn't care. Hogan is an icon, regardless what he's done in the business. Ozzy wasn't perfect, however, he's lauded by Matt. Make it make sense. So I want to make it make sense to you. I'm not going on loads about it. It's literally going to be a 5-minute thing. Hogan, I've said it in the video. I don't care. I was never a Hogan guy. I've never rated Hogan. I can appreciate what he's done for the business. I can appreciate that he brought wrestling to mainstream. But if you ask me here today, who do I think has made a bigger impact in wrestling? I'd probably say John Cena. Myself, my personal opinion. Wrestling is like football. It's like soccer, like basketball. It's like anything. It's an opinion. So if I've got an opinion, it's my opinion. I'm not going to apologize for my opinion. I don't like Hulk Hogan. I'd never liked him when he came back into WWE in 2002 with the NWO. I just could care less about him. I didn't get his gimmick. I got his gimmick, but I didn't care for his gimmick. As long as Triple H got a pedigree and a tombstone by Undertaker, I didn't give a shit. So, and Ozzy was more of an icon for me because I love heavy metal music. I love rock music. And I've seen Ozzy 4 times. Twice with Black Sabbath, twice on his own. And I've watched so many videos and he's just so down to earth. And yes, he did do drugs. He did do alcohol. He did cheat on Sharon. But do you know what he did? He did rehab. And he apologised. And he got his life on track. And realised that his family and his fans and what he wanted to do was more important than the drugs, than the alcohol. And stopped his kids from doing it. Hulk Hogan only apologised for the racial slurs he made because he realised he wasn't getting a gig with AEW because Tony Khan absolutely just took him away, took any possible reason for him to come in, and WWE weren't going to sign him back up because of all the black representation they have in the company, especially at the time the New Day and Bobby Lashley and Bianca Belair was coming up with the Profits. So I totally understand where you're coming from. I could have said it a little bit more nicer, but I don't care about Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm not apologising for my opinion. It is my opinion. I think Man United are the biggest football team in the world. John thinks Liverpool is. Someone might think Real Madrid is. Barcelona. Arsenal fan might be deluded and think they are.
I'd think Sheffield Wednesday is.
Ted thinks Sheffield Wednesday. He probably doesn't actually, but Ted thinks Sheffield
United.
United.
Whatever shirt he's wearing that day.
Or whatever shirt, yeah. Like, it's opinion. Do you know what I mean? I think Ozzy Osbourne is the greatest rock star to ever live. Someone might say James Hetfield from fucking Metallica. Someone might say Corey Taylor from Slipknot. It is what it is. his opinion. Don't like my opinion, don't watch. Or just skip my bit and listen to John. But he says bollocks as well, so like, do you know what I mean? But no, honestly, I just wanted to bring it up, and I didn't know if anyone else felt like that. The comments, other than that one, the comments were fine. Dave said both icons did a lot of good and bad in their respective industries. Both will be missed. Juicy spoke about AEW, not about Hulk Hogan. Heel Jack
the thing with
put
the
rest in
comments,
peace and stuff. So
I noticed recently a lot of the comments as well as people telling us news, like literally copy and paste news articles in it. It's great, we don't mind it, but we'd rather know what you thought of the video.
yeah,
Have your 2 pence worth in there. Like, LP fan there, look, he's giving his 2 pence. We said in the video, which is absolutely cool. That's absolutely, once again, that's opinions, and I think this is something that goes cast back to us being banned on Sunday night. Is yeah, you can have your opinion, and you're never going to agree with anybody, but that's it. That's it. If somebody says something you don't like, okay, it's tough shit. And wrestling it's an opinionated sport, sports entertainment, whatever you want to look at it. It's an opinionated. Like I can guarantee you, when we talk about the cash in, my opinion on it all, someone's going to have a problem with it somewhere.
By miles.
Because yeah, and then if you've seen the video floating around the internet this week of the fans singing Seth's music as they're going out, and that one guy was absolutely crashing out. That's him having his opinion over quite a lot of people at that time. This week, I think that SummerSlam's going to be a prime example of what wrestling and opinions is, because three major things happened, and I can guarantee you, there's fans are going to be split.
Oh, they are already.
On at least two of them.
Yeah.
Because of who they are and what's happened. But yeah, that's the joy of it. And do you know what? I appreciate him sharing his.
Yeah, no, I do. I do. I appreciate you putting it in there. I really do. I like it. Shows that you watched the video and you've obviously you put your thoughts in there as well. So fair play. And I appreciate it. Keep doing it. Don't be put off by putting comments in just because I've called you out on that. You've called me out. I've replied to it. That's it. Done and dusted. You know, if you don't like something else I say in another video, John doesn't say it.
At the same point, that shows there that we do look at your comments. We do read your comments.
I always look at comments. Every time they come in and they're shit and they're stupid, I send them to John. I say, look what this knobhead's put. Speaking of knobheads, Asian Nightmares put one in. And I'll read this one out before we get to SummerSlam, because that's the main topic. We're going to speak Unreal. We're going to do Unreal next week. We're going to have a full breakdown of it, because there's no pay-per-views in between. There's Forbidden Door like 2 weeks after. So next week will be Unreal next week. Literally be Unreal. Like I did that. I'm doing it you. Asian Nightmare put, here's my post on this topic. You want to recall the positive contributions Hulk Hogan made, yet erased Chris Benoit from the history books. There's a bit of a difference with what Hulk Hogan did to Chris Benoit. We'll just leave that one there for a minute.
Ted used that analogy.
He did.
So go finish his comment and we'll come back to it.
Yeah. I keep hearing YouTube people say that he made a mistake. But what about the other 200 instances of using the M word? He even expressed a fear of being reincarnated as a black man, which was apparently a mistake. However, aren't you the same people who did not want Colby or Michael Vick to have a job for years due to mistakes they made? I might add, this seems to be a double standard. Before we just get onto the Chris Benoit thing, I don't know who the fuck Michael Vick is. So I definitely haven't said anything to that, and Colby I definitely haven't. So
no idea.
If that's about us, then you are watching the wrong channel and you put the comment on the wrong channel, because that's not us. Sorry.
Yeah.
We don't do. If that's basketball, because Colby's from basketball. If the other guy's from basketball, I don't know. Like, don't know. If you're talking about Mason Greenwood, I can give you my fucking opinion there and then, but that's a different story. Or Andrew Johnson. But Chris Benoit, what did you want to say, mate?
So Ted said this when Hogan.
Yes,
it's like he called it a Chris Benoit situation. I get where people are going with it, but the defenses are different. They are massively different, and I don't agree with either.
Yeah,
What either
no,
done.
same.
This is not. So this cannot be misviewed any shape or way of like I'm defending
Yeah.
one or the other. I absolutely disagree with both of them. What Benoit did. Now we were on tape saying that Benoit in ring, and Paul Heyman has said this as well. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, inside the ropes.
In ring, one of the greatest there'll ever be. Outside the ring of what he done, scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
Deserves to rot where he's rotting. Hogan. The thing with Hogan is, Hogan's from, I believe Hogan originates from Georgia.
Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. Oh no, it's Miami,
Atlanta,
Florida, isn't
Georgia.
it?
No, I think that's where he's
Is that where he's from?
resident.
That's where he stayed.
Georgia. So America is a quite heavily split place with racial beliefs and stuff, and it's still quite a bad thing over there. What he did is absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
And multiple times saying it, I absolutely agree. But the situation compared him to Benoit, it is two different ends of a scale.
He was born in Augusta, Georgia.
Georgia, yeah, I knew it was Georgia, which is, if I'm right, it's South
And he
of
lived in
America, deep
Clearwater,
South America,
Florida.
North America.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a totally different thing. Hogan didn't kill his wife and son and hide them in the house until he killed himself.
Yeah.
Hogan said things, he did things which were all wrong, absolutely, but it's different. I know the feel. I think with Ted was like in ring for Ted, he was probably I think Ted's the same as me. Ted grew up as a Hulk Hogan fan, but obviously what he did afterwards is and I know Ted had a bit of a moan on Saturday and Sunday when they showed Nick Hogan on TV, and it's probably something else. People out there has probably had a moan. And I touched on it on Saturday. Nick Hogan's going to be the face for Hulk Hogan at everything at the moment because his daughter's estranged from him. His wife Linda and him split up years ago, and I don't know what's going on with the new wife. But Nick Hogan's going to be on there. Anybody who's got a problem with him, obviously he killed a person in a car accident. Nick Hogan went to prison. He did his time. He served his time.
Yep.
And came out. Hasn't done it. Fazenware hasn't done anything like that again. Hasn't hurt anybody. Hasn't been whatever. He's done his time. He's now mourning his dad, and unfortunately, he's going to be the public picture for his dad because he was the only one that has anything to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to see him a lot. If you've got that's an issue, just remember there's people out there, and I'm a big advocate, and I said this to Ted on Sunday or Saturday. People do crimes, go away, go to prison, come out, they change.
Yeah.
From the time, serve the time, walk away. To come out and carry on, absolutely scumbags don't. But I'm advocate. They've done their time. They've spent their dues. Forgiveness can be given.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's just people need to remember about Nick Hogan. But hey, SummerSlam.
I really enjoyed it. ETC came into my stream yesterday, 1up my on Twitch. He came into the stream yesterday and said he felt it was rubbish. He didn't enjoy it. He said there was a few good moments, but nothing that. And obviously, again, his opinion. I really enjoyed it. I watched night 2 again because I was such in a bad mood on Sunday. I felt like I didn't proper watch it, if you know what I mean. I was distracted by trying to chill out. So I watched it again. I thought night 2 was fucking tremendous. The better night again. But I like after rewatching night 1, I thought night 1 was good. There was a few slip ups and a few things I couldn't really care about. But on night 2, I didn't care about Jacob and Solo. So like on both nights, there was something there I didn't really enjoy. Thoughts on SummerSlam before we get into the card and talk about the matches? I said that the wrong bit then.
That was the Mania. That was the Mania we deserved in April.
Definitely.
It was a really good. I don't think it was better than All In.
No, I don't think it's better than
All In.
Yeah, of course it was. That's their WrestleMania.
but it was a good pay-per-view. I enjoyed both nights. I was looking at the cards now, reminding myself because my memory's shocking. I don't think there was a match that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, no, I'm
The only
saying.
match I can't say anything about would be the women's triple threat match. And that's because we were trying to sort
Yeah, we're trying to sort everything out.
everything out, so I wasn't watching it. So I have no comments on that one. But I we'll talk about it. There was the match on in the middle of the card on night 2 where everybody's shitting on. I watched that thoroughly and really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Um,
Oh yeah, I think I know you one. We'll go through each match in a minute anyway. In part 2 cents
but no,
and
I
stuff.
thought it was a decent pay per view. I enjoyed it.
I
I
thought Raw
enjoyed
was
it.
good last night as well. I thought the night after, obviously, I know you've not watched it. You obviously know what happens. But I thought the
Yeah,
Raw after SummerSlam, I thought that was better than the Raw after WrestleMania. I thought that was
yeah.
better than that.
Going off what I've read, yeah, it seemed
Bar
like a better.
Sheamus and Rusev. But, I mean, Sheamus carrying Rusev is nothing new. So we kicked off night 1. Yeah, I mean, I said it when he came back. I liked Rusev when he did Rusev Day. I thought the crowd were really behind him, and that's when I thought WWE should have done something with him, and they just didn't. And then they had the angle where Aiden English was obsessed with Lana, and then Lana decided to go shag Bobby Lashley or whatever that was, and it just went odds a bits. I don't know, but I just feel like the time for Rusev's gone. Like, kind of like
Feelings
Cesaro, but
wrong.
not kind of like Cesaro, because I see more in Cesaro. Cesaro's got more about him than Rusev has.
And I also my opinion on it right now because it went through no timeout or
Mm-hmm.
whatever or count out decision. I feel that it's holding Sheamus back from doing something, probably with the IC title or in that pick. It's because they've got no plans for Rusev, so we'll
Well,
just have
from
him
what
wrestle
I've read,
Sheamus.
this is Sheamus' idea to have the feud with Rusev, because he came back and he wanted to try and push him and help him get over. But the crowd just aren't behind him. They're just not behind Rusev.
Big Shamo can't get you over. There's something wrong. I just
Honestly.
want to go on record as well. I want to see a Drew and Sheamus tag team. If you've not got nothing planned for the two of
Yeah.
them for a bit, put them together
Someone
as
put
a
a card
face
together for Clash in
tag team.
Paris and put Drew versus CODY. And I'm like, how are you going to work that one in when Drew's just... I don't mind it, but we know... It's just one of those things now where you know he's not winning. It'd be a great match.
But look, give the European fans cash
That's
in.
what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Cash in. But if you're not got any plans for a little while, can we please have Sheamus and Drew together as a tag team?
Yeah.
Face tag team. Just absolutely smashing people and then going for a pint afterwards. Unless you have
Like the APA.
Yeah, but literally have them in the pubs afterwards.
Yeah.
And then getting in the bar fights.
Exactly.
And then,
Bring back bar brawls.
yeah.
We
And
need to
if you
see a
could do
bar
something
brawl.
with Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne there,
Yeah,
like
definitely. You can have a
we
whole
don't
thing.
want to fight you. We want to fight. We want to fight you, but we don't want to fight in the ring.
Yeah, we'll fight you where
Let's
we
do it
all
like
know.
let's do it like we do back home. See you down the pub.
And then if you have you make a pay per view just to have in Ireland, you're fucking chilling. Or in England, you're fucking chilling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's plenty of Wetherspoons.
Fucking mate, exactly.
You can have a
And we'll go
Wetherspoons Royal
down and
Rumble.
we'll have a burger and a pint. Do you know what I mean? For a $5. Me, John will be there. So we open night 1 with not America the Beautiful. I don't know what the fuck whoever sang that or what it was. I never heard that song in my life.
Oh, you watched the pre-show, didn't you? I didn't. I just had the time.
Yeah, it was on the pre-show. I don't know what that song was. I have never heard it in my life. So if that's the way they're heading, fair play. It was like when Arsenal made up North London Forever. Fucking weird.
I thought that's an actual song. That, by the way, it's an actual song.
Yeah, but they've always just started using it as their anthem.
Yeah, I like the guy that sings it. I watch him on YouTube quite a lot. I like that song annoyingly. It's an Arsenal chant now, but it's an actual song that they have adopted.
They shouldn't have. They should have just kept what they've got and nothing in silence. That's better. Or Arsenal Fan TV going in the background. Anyway, night one opened with a tag match, which we were very surprised with. But if you're not going to end with him, you open with him. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso against the Bron Brons. It was good. It was a good match.
Well, can you please give Bronson Reed
No.
his proper title?
No.
So
I'll end the recording right now. I will end the recording right now.
Tribal chief.
Right.
The tribal chief. Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Don't you know? Yeah. No.
Roman Reigns. And
my tribal chief.
Yeetmeister Jey Uso against Bron Breakker, as Ted likes to call him, and the tribal thief Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman with his what on?
Sheila Fowler. I like Bronson Reed, but I'm starting to hate him, and I don't want him. Stay away from my tribal chief. It was a good match. It was a great match. Obviously, right at the start of the match, Jey Uso did his normal thing of going, and then he goes and does it at the end, and then it all breaks out in a brawl, and then Jey Uso jumps on Roman Reigns and misses the other two. And then because Michael Cole was yeeting, Roman Reigns was shouting at Michael Cole. And then Michael Cole tried to play it off as he was shouting Paul Heyman, but he wasn't. He was definitely pointing at Michael Cole. It was a good match. Towards the main bit, was the spears through fucking everything, and then we got something that you liked, and I liked, and that was Roman Reigns putting Jey over.
Jey over. So Roman took the big spear so Bron Breakker was lining up Jey for a spear. Roman pushes it out of the way and takes the spear to give Jey the opportunity to take out Bron and Bronson for the win. Now I see that as Roman putting Jey over. It could have been so easy for making the other way to the big Superman punch and the big ooh, and the crowd loves it. But for me, that's Roman's. Because we know Roman's not going to be around much.
No.
And he's not got long left. He's putting over his little loose.
He's even leaving his train. He's letting his trainers go as well. You know.
Yeah. He's giving away trainers.
Maybe he's packing it in early.
Yeah, but yeah, he put over Jey, which for me was good because it gives Jey the idea that Jey can beat them too.
Yeah.
Even when he's down and out, he's got that power to take him on, and he didn't. He doesn't need Roman to do it, in theory, because Roman was taken out. But yeah, no, it was. I did like that finish.
Yeah,
very good finish.
It was good, and then obviously Jey Uso putting the Ula Fowler over Roman Reigns and still acknowledging his tribal chief. But it was nice to put him over like that. I like it. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss defeated the Judgment Day. We have new women's tag team champions in Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss. At one point, Alexa did hit Charlotte, and then towards the end of the match, when Alexa got Roxanne in the Sister Abigail, it looks like Charlotte was about to big boot Alexa, but instead she went for Raquel and got the pin. On Raw, actually, they came out and they had a promo. It was the most awkward promo in the world. Honest to God, it was. I don't know what's gone wrong with Charlotte because she was great on promos. She has all of a sudden gone shocking on promos, and it was awkward.
The time way probably doesn't help.
Yeah, but I mean, once you got it, you don't fucking lose it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. I mean, whether it's because she's trying to be nice and Charlotte isn't a nice, obviously she's a nice person, but wrestling wise,
are they purposely doing it, making it awkward because she doesn't want to be part of this tag team, but also wants to be part of the tag team? Are they purposely making the promos feel awkward?
It was just awful though. I don't know what. It just seemed very off. Anyway, we got new women's tag team champions. I'm fine with it. Obviously, no Liv. Liv's still injured, so Liv didn't come back or anything like everyone was saying she was going to. Yeah.
But it creates future storylines for Liv.
Yeah, of course it does.
It creates future storylines.
It would have done anyway.
Then Liv comes back and go, "Where's my tag team titles?" Mm-hmm. Me and Roxanne lost them. What do you mean you and Roxanne lost them? create up then, Roxanne storyline or down to go Rodriguez and Liv going after him. I liked it. I wanted them the win. So I'm fine with that, and I felt that they work really well together. They really do work really well together.
Yeah, they do.
Just see what's next, because these are the titles that are like hot titles that Roxanne and Liv had it for a while, but before that they popped around these titles quite quickly.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do with them, how long they go. It's going to end. We know where it's going to cost the other one.
Yeah, no, definitely. Then we had the most disappointing match of the weekend. Sami Zayn defeated Karrion Kross. Kross had won, Zayn would have had to admit that Kross was right all along. And since Zayn won, Kross had to admit he was wrong about Sami Zayn. One point in the match, Scarlett gave Sami the pipe to go and hit Kross, and he didn't. He threw it back down, hit the exploder, hit the Eluva kick, and 1, 2, 3 done. Karrion Kross lost at SummerSlam again, second pay-per-view running. I said yesterday on my stream, I did a quick breakdown of we watched the highlights and I broke it down. The way that match should have gone was Scarlett should have given it to Sami. Sami's playing around with emotions. Karrion Kross gets in his head. Scarlett then distracts the referee, and it looks like Karrion's gonna take it off him and hit Sami, but then Sami hits Karrion, and then gone that way. Then you've still got a story going forward because Sami's done what Karrion Kross has said he was going to do, and then you could use Sami as Karrion's puppet.
Yeah.
However, he won cleanly, which straight away there says you've killed Karrion. Now, for all we know, we could come to SmackDown on Friday and Karrion's there and he's signed for SmackDown. Or we could come to Raw on Monday and he's there. However, his contract ends this week and there's been no sign of him re-signing. Does he re-sign? Probably not. I think he will. But then I can also see him not signing as well. We'll see. But it's more leaning towards the side that he won't sign. And he'll stay an independent wrestler or go to AEW or TNA. But I don't want him to go to TNA because it's still linked to WWE. Yeah.
This is probably the worst match of the weekend for me.
I agree.
Do you know what we say on AEW pay-per-views? There's matches that you could have just put on the television shows. Mm-hmm. If you weren't some sort of payoff here, this was your plan, clean win for Sami. Could have done it on Raw last night.
I said
main event of Raw last night could have been this.
Yeah, I did say as well. I don't care about Sami, and it's not. That's not Sami's doing. That's what he's been given in stories and what he's got to work with. But it's made me not care whether Sami does anything or not. Sami's a main event player.
This is what takes me back to the Undisputed title, because the Undisputed title is locked to a certain handful of wrestlers.
Yeah.
For me, I know obviously you didn't enjoy it and stuff, but for me, John Cena walking out in December 31st, and that title being a new title coming in and vacate tournament, whatever, that opens it back up to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's a lucrative club. Cody, John, Randy, Kev, Roman, and I won't say the other one because we're going to speak about him in a little while. The one that returned back.
Oh, right. I thought you meant the other one. I'd put. Unfortunately, I know you don't like him, but I'd put Punk in there as well. Only because
I would say Seth as well. I'd say Seth would fall into that
Seth
one as well.
I didn't put Seth in there just because he seemed more of a world title person.
Yeah, and I think that might be a Seth thing though. That might be Seth's decision.
And there's nothing. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's not
because Seth knows he's the top guy. He's one of the top men in wrestling.
Yeah.
And he may see this like, well, if I step away and Punk steps away and we're all fighting for his undisputed title, I'm not taking it away from anybody, but the prestige then of that world title will tarnish really quickly if we see it bouncing. and I'm not taking it away from them, but we're bouncing around Jey Uso, we're bouncing around LA Knights, we're bouncing even Gunther now. Gunther, I'm losing a bit of. I'm getting that way with you.
Yeah, I can see why.
But we're bouncing around them sort of guys. Where if Seth sticks around that picture, he keeps punking the picture for it, and it keeps prestigiousness in it as well. And every now and then he takes it back. He's a top guy holding that title, and it just reminds people it is a main title there.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But I think for me, if John walked out of that title, like I say, 31st December, and we started fresh, and it was a new WWE title, start fresh, tournament, whatever, then we're opening it back up for anybody to get back in it. And I think Sammy would benefit from that.
I think Sammy, I think Kev, if Kev's fit, then Priest, McIntyre, Jacob Fatu, Solo.
Look at the guys on SmackDown. Look at the guys on SmackDown that should be in that title picture, but are not in that title picture because of what that title is.
Yeah.
Maybe now Cody's got it back, which we'll talk about in a minute. But now Cody's got it back. Spoiler.
Shit.
But maybe now that's happened, then it opens up again.
No, it definitely does. It definitely does. But yeah, it's the least interesting match, and it weren't like a bad match. It was just I didn't care because I knew Sammy was losing. I know I put Karrion to win, but you just deep down, if you actually thought about it, Sammy was always winning that, and it's a shame because Karrion fucking deserves so much more. Jade Cargill faced Tiffany Stratton. Obviously, Jade Cargill won not the Money in the Bank, the Queen of the Ring in Saudi, and she got the opportunity against the fantastic Tiffany Stratton. Unfortunately, she lost. Well, unfortunately, it depends how you look at it.
Surprise of the weekend.
Yeah, we all had Jade to win. We all thought this was Jade's moment to take the title and maybe make the title makes her kind of thing. Tiffany Stratton won. It weren't a bad match, but it weren't outstanding. It got 7 minutes. It says everything you need. And I said it on main event the week before, and I think I said it on predictions. Jade can't go longer than 10 minutes on her own. And that's not her fault. WWE haven't given her anything to go off that gives her... I don't think in AEW she had long matches either. I think I looked it up, the longest AEW match she had was 9 minutes.
Yeah, they're all quick squash matches,
so
majority of them. Maybe
it is down to her. Maybe her wrestling skill just isn't as good as what she thinks and what other people think. I think she's got better in the ring. However, I think she needs a long feud, like consistently. I said it to Ted the other week. We're missing people facing random people and then someone getting involved. So for in the Attitude Era, you had like Triple H facing. He was in a feud with The Rock, and he was facing Chris Jericho. The Rock got involved. You had him facing, I don't know, Funaki. I think he faced Funaki on Raw or SmackDown once. And The Rock got involved. Then Rock faced Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon Dudley in a handicap match, dead randomly. And Triple H came out with DX. Like, we're missing that shit. And it's the same with the women's title. We're missing Tiffany facing random, like B-Fab randomly. And Jade Cargill comes out and attacks. Do you know what I mean? Like, they were both baby faces. So it didn't really work well. So
no, it does. So like, you couldn't. Like Naomi's the big storyline with her at the moment, so you could have done something with her.
I think. Do you know what I honestly think? I think that was personally, my personal opinion. Bianca got injured at WrestleMania with her wrist. I think that was supposed to be a triple threat. I think the triple threat for the Raw World Title was supposed to be for the women's women's WWE title from SmackDown. I think it was Bianca, Naomi, Jade. I think Jade was supposed to lose that title to Naomi or Bianca, whoever won Money in the Bank.
Or was Naomi Jade to win the Queen of Ring, and could we potentially had Bianca coming out and costing her that match against Tiffy to create that storyline, and then building up for the triple threat with them, then one of them taking it.
Yeah.
There's so many different options there. It's just what it was. It just, yeah, like you're right. It missed something. It missed it. Other than it just being, oh, she won King and Queen of the Ring. There was a bit more missing for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And again, it comes down because it wasn't a face and heel. It was face versus face. So you couldn't, if it was Nia Jax would be getting involved, beating her down, and Tiff's got to come back from it. Like, there was none of that because Jay's a babyface. So.
Triple H wouldn't have been happy about that on Mode. He would have emailed you complaining.
Oh, mate, he would have fucking. Hypocrite is Trips. Hypocrite. Stay tuned for GM Mode, for news on GM Mode anyway. Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul faced Randy Orton and Jelly Belly Roll. Again, better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be absolutely awful. To be fair, Jelly Roll was outside for half the match after being took out through the table by Logan Paul, who got height on the Frog Splash. I thought Drew, Randy, and Logan made Jelly Roll look amazing, which we knew was going to happen anyway.
It was an entertaining match. Obviously, the finish was changed on the day. Jelly Roll was okay about it. They were actually booked to win, but they went with the heels, which them two worked really well together.
Yeah, they did.
Logan Paul and Drew.
Yeah, they did.
The whole stick. You could put them two together and they'd be a tag team.
The irony, by the way, of the whole storyline of Logan Paul saying an outsider's coming in and people took that serious and like, well, you've done that. That's irony, people. That's what irony is. That's why he's doing it.
That's what he was doing it. Yeah.
Fucking idiots. They're all like, oh, no, you did that. How dare you say that? And I'm like, you not. It's just gone over your head, this. Like. Yeah. And then the main event of night one was Gunther versus John's best wrestler in the world, CM Punk, Mr. Phil Brooks, Pepsi Phil, whatever he called himself on Unreal.
Big Daddy Cookie.
Yeah, who the frig calls him that? I'm sorry, but they're telling you lies. Longest match of the weekend? Second longest match of the weekend. They had half an hour. It was a really good match, to be fair to Punk. We say all the time Punk can't go long. But to be fair, Gunther was absolutely killing him. But, like, I enjoyed the match. I was invested in the match. We all knew Punk was winning. Especially when we found out the news Gunther had an injury. It just put even more of a stamp on it. Punk obviously hit the GTS not once but twice in the end to pin him. It was about 9 GTSs, to be fair. It was like a Will Ospreay match. Don't get me started on the main event tonight too. And then CM Punk held that World Heavyweight Championship up dead proud, like he just won the World Cup. For 5 minutes and 24 seconds. And then something happened, which I said was going to happen, and I didn't believe whatsoever. And I love saying I told people so, because it's my favourite thing to do, and I do it with Leah all the time. Seth Rollins' music hits. Out comes Paul Heyman with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and the visionary, the revolutionary, the other thing he says.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins. Did he say architect? The visionary, the revolutionary.
The architect, the visionary, the revolutionary.
Right. Anyway,
sure it is.
Anyway, he came out, told Punk, just wait till I'm better. And Punk's just looking at him going, yeah, okay, whatever. And as he's walking to the back, he throws his crutches to one side, turns around, takes off his jacket, gets the Money in the Bank briefcase, runs down, cashes in Money in the Bank. And like I said, I like saying this word. Told you so. There wasn't anything to believe about the injury. It was so fucking, just everything that Becky put in that out, didn't believe it. The injury at Sunday, I did believe at Saturday night's main event he did actually tweak something. I did believe it, because it looked like he did. But then after watching the replays, I'm like, where? Because doing anything there did not tweak anything, because it just didn't, like, I just don't get it. And then obviously cashed in Money in the Bank, and we have a new Mr. World Heavyweight Champion in Seth freaking Rollins, which made John very happy, me very happy, and Ted very happy. John because he hates CM Punk, Ted because he hates CM Punk, and me because I'm right and I got
Loves
an extra
CM
point.
Punk. Ted loves CM Punk. He will.
I don't mind
He
him
won't hate.
personally. I said it on the night. I don't mind him. He's done nothing wrong, but I get why people do
Uh,
hate him.
I have something to say next week when we watch Unreal,
Okay,
which is going to probably surprise a few people.
okay, we'll keep that. We'll keep
Um,
that for next week. Oh
yeah.
shit, hang on a minute. Yeah, no, we're fine. I'll just make sure everything's fine. We're fine. There we go. Yeah.
But no, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie. Would I say this is my favorite one of his cash-ins?
Oh no. Oh no. WrestleMania is the best one.
Oh, WrestleMania will always be the
There's only been
best
two, hasn't
one.
there? There's been that and WrestleMania. Yeah, he's already cashed in twice. Because he's already won it twice.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
already won
know
it
it's
twice.
loads. Anyway, it's my favorite. It's not the best one, but it's personally my favorite
That's
one
fair
because
enough.
of who did it on.
Fair dues.
I love the WrestleMania one. It will be the best cash in, a Money in the Bank cash in history in my eyes, no matter what. That is the.
Yeah.
This one I enjoyed a little bit more. So I know it's not only he's gone and took it from Pepsi Phil. Um, two, I will admit right now it hasn't annoyed me as much recently than he has done
DL.
for a long time. Um, then again, I've barely been watching WWE in the last couple of weeks because I've been watching. But for Seth to foreshadow and do what he promised all that time ago when it was all going on, the storyline was between him and Seth that he would never let him put his hands on the title, and he sold me the injury. So I'm not going to sit here and go,
I know he
oh,
did.
no, he sold me the injury. It was Becky's photo that sold me the injury. Becky's photo, which obviously now we know she set up and it was part of the storyline and she's in on it all. But for him to come out and cash it in, I take a moment away from Punk very, very quickly. It made me very, very happy. Um, I'm just so glad he's done it. It gives that for me as well, storyline wise. Seth holding that title now gives it a little bit more room for people to go at it because even with the group, I feel there's plenty more potential Seth dropping the title to somebody like LA Knight,
Yeah.
Priest, than Punk holding that title.
I agree.
Because I feel Punk would want a longer reign than
I don't,
dropping it.
I know you think it's Punk. I don't think he. I don't think he. As long as he's
No,
winning.
I don't necessarily think it's just Punk, but I feel like the company would want Punk to have a long
Yeah, that I
reign,
agree with. That's why I was. That's why I said what I said then. I
and
feel
I
like the
think he'd be
company
very
more.
happily obliged to that. Like where Seth would happily. I mean, we could have 2-3 weeks time. We could have LA Knight against Seth, and Seth drops it. Steph's going, that's not going to be a problem for Seth because Seth knows he'll get back in the picture.
Yeah.
And you see we've got Jay and stuff like that. And there's so many more. For me, there's more options with Seth right now too. Seth and the Visionaries, as they're now called, are pissing more people off, and there's more people that
Me
out
being
for
one of them.
Seth.
Stop taking my travel cheat shoes.
But yeah, it was brilliant. I'd say I was sold the injury. Look, that kayfabe was alive for one night for me. Because I did say, and you said it too, when they came out on the crutches. Me and you both
Yeah,
went
no,
for a
no, I
split
did.
second.
I sit there and go, yeah, he's cashing
It's
it.
going
He's
to be
giving it to
Bron.
Braun.
I
Yeah,
did for a second. The way the camera angles were, I was waiting for Bron to pop up
yeah.
behind him, spear him, and pour the down the
I will
briefcase.
agree with that.
Um, but yeah, played out well, and yeah, I was happy. I
Hmm.
know obviously the Punk fans were very upset,
I was.
especially the one on the escalator.
There's that one, and have you seen the one where he's walking to the back? This is after the show finished. He's walking to the back, and he's obviously shaking hands and hugging the kids and stuff, and then some guy comes over with a pen to try and sign a shirt or something so he could sell it on eBay or something, and Punk just totally ignores him and carries on walking. and he absolutely starts screaming at him.
Yeah. That's one of them dickheads we don't like.
And I'm
Mate.
like, mate, well, my wank of the week is coming back. And I'm like, mate, he's just lost the world title to his arch enemy. He's had a 30-minute match
It's just
with.
yeah.
He's had a 30-minute match with an absolute fucking machine. And you want him to sign something when he just wants to go to the back, have a shower, and just fucking go to the hotel and go to bed. Alright then. Can chill out, mate. Get out. Twat. Anyway. So that was night one. Night one, very good. I enjoyed night one, like I said. The only downfall really was Sammy carrying. But overall, I'd probably give it a solid 7. Solid 7.
Yeah. I went to bed happy. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I went to bed happy and then thinking I'm up in a few hours for work anyway. Night 2. Now, obviously, we had the issue with TikTok. So we kind of missed on the night, the triple threat. I have gone back and watched the triple threat. It's not as good as WrestleMania night 2. However, it's still a very good match. And it brought out the best of Io and Naomi. Rhea brought out the best out of both of them, to be fair. Obviously, Naomi retained the Women's World Championship and had her dad sing her out, which I thought was a really cool moment for her. I think Naomi, as much as people like Tomo shits on Naomi because she's not a babyface and she's not fun in the ring, I think Naomi's worked her ass off to get where she is. Same with Io. Io's fucking done amazing. That WWE title run she had, again, as she was leading up to facing Bayley, was poor. Was absolutely dreadful. And then she got given the world title just before Mania and ran with it.
I think Triple H taking over. Io's one of the people that's benefited most out of Triple H taking over.
Definitely.
Because Triple H knows what she can do and she's proven it. And look, what she now, she was back-to-back War Games matches.
Back-to-back, isn't she?
And all 3 of them she stole the show with. The same thing 3 times in a row with the bin. And she steals the show. She's absolutely brilliant, Io. I really enjoy watching Io wrestle.
Yeah, same. I like Io. I really do. I think she is back-to-back, you know. I think she's done it 3 times, plus all the NXT ones as well. She's the person that's been in there the most anyway. And then we had the match of the weekend for me. TLC.
Yeah.
The Wyatts of Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy defending the championships against Andrade and Rey Fenix, DIY, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. Everything I said was going to happen with people on the outside did happen. But the match just exceeded anything I thought was going to happen. We had a Spanish fly through the table. We had a frog splash through the table. We had DIY going through tables. Candice LeRae going through a ladder. B-Fab getting hit with chair. Thank God. Like Nikki Cross taking a tumble. Bo Dallas getting sunset flipped onto a ladder. Eric Rowan getting hit with ladders. It was mental. At one point in each spot, there was a table set up, and the camera went to each spot, and someone went through a table every single time. Johnny Gargano did a DDT to Chris Sabin through a table. Then we had Ford, and then we had Phoenix, Spanish Fly. Mate, it was just mental.
Yeah, very good match. There is multiple. That there's tag team wrestling. You've got what was it? Six teams. All different styles of wrestling.
Yeah. You've
got your big brawlers in the white 6. You've got your high flyers in Andrade and Phoenix. You've got your technicals in Johnny and Tommaso. You've got, I say, high flyers again and Fraction. Motor City Machine Gun, a bit of everything. And then you've got, once again, the Street Profits, a bit of a mix of everything because of the 2 of them. And they give everything that there. I said it on Saturday, Sunday. That there was tag team wrestling at its best.
Yeah, man. Proper. It's really good. And what I will say is people obviously wanted other teams to win, which is fine. That's what wrestling is. The shit Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis have been through to get took serious in a storyline. Joe Gacy was in a shit fucking stable with Schism, with the Grizzly Young Vets, and Ava, who's now the NXT GM, and being lost in the shuffle and not making any cards. And then Dexter Lumis, who was married, storyline married to Indy Hartwell, my Index. As much as I loved it. And it's protecting Johnny Gargano and Ciampa in NXT to come into the main roster and being something with the Miz or whatever that was. Like,
Miz.
Yeah, like, and now they're in the Wyatt Six, which is a tribute to Bray Wyatt and exceeding expectations.
I believe Gacy and Loomis were two that were going to be in the Wyatt Six with Bray.
Yeah. Eric
Them
Young was one as well, wasn't he?
Eric Young and Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
I think they were set to be part of the Wyatt Six. And Bo, I believe, as well, because Bo was always going to be Uncle Howdy. So they were handpicked by, and Joe Gacy. You could see Joe Gacy would have fitted anything Bray did perfect when he was in NXT before Schism, before he did the whole Schism stuff he did there, it would have been perfect. Dexter Lumis, that weird, he always had that weird serial killer vibe about him.
Yeah, he did.
Which would have been a great thing on its own, kidnapping people and stuff like that. I love the Wyatt Six. I'm glad they're doing stuff on TV. I know they're probably having a title around the waist is not the right thing to do with him, but that's 6 teams there. They're holding down tag team wrestling in WWE right now. On the backs, the Raw side of things is pretty poor. We've got the Judgment Day with titles around the waist again.
No, they haven't.
Eric and Ivar wrestled.
Judgment Day. Is that what you said? Judgment Day.
Yeah, Judgment Day.
I thought you said New Day. Sorry, mate. Yeah, Judgment Day with the titles. Yeah, sorry.
Eric and Ivar wrestled on Bloodsport this weekend.
Yeah. Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate are in masks.
Yeah. Pete Dunne wrestled on Bloodsport again.
Yeah.
What's going on? You know what I mean? So at least we know one show's got tag team down.
And they're even two tag teams missing out of that. Berto and Angel were in that, and Pretty Deadly, because obviously Elton Prince is injured. So we're missing 2 tag teams out of that, and Berto and Angel, to be fair to them, have been involved in that. It's just because they're the AAA tag team champions. They haven't been put in it. So, and in the match before it, we saw the Hardys and the Dudleys ringside as well, which I thought was a cool little moment, because it was a nod to 25 years since the first TLC match. Just a shame you've got a fucking split between the 2 companies, because it would have been nice seeing Edge and Christian there as well. But hey, but yeah, match of the night, definitely. I'm the same. I don't want the Wyatts with the tag titles, but I don't mind it on them, to be quite honest with you. As long as they lose it in a way where it's mayhem. If they lose it in a normal match, it's not. It's like, what are you doing? You're just killing them. But if they lose it in like that, but
it's gotta be like that, yeah.
Yeah,
they don't
I'm
get pinned.
Completely fine with it. Yeah, they don't get pinned. It's not their fault. It's completely fine. Do you know what I mean? I'm fine with it, but it has to be like that. It can't be Goldberg and the Fiend all over again. Sorry, John.
Why'd you keep bringing it up?
I know, I'm sorry. Because it's a perfect example of everything that. It's a perfect
Okay.
example of what I don't want the Wyatts to do. And then we had Becky versus Lyra, which was rewatching it back on the night. Obviously, like I said, I was very pissed off for a few reasons, but rewatching it back was a very good match.
A lot of people mind have shit on this match, and this was actually
I
a
don't
really
know
good
why.
match.
They're shitting on Michael Cole as well, to be fair, for his commentary for it, and I'm like, what do you want him to do? Say it's come loose, and it just ruins everything that they're fucking trying to do in the actual
This
thing.
was a very good match that ended a rivalry, supposedly, and built a new one. Another 2, potentially. 2 rivals, because obviously Bayley's going to go on. Bayley got involved in the match, by the way. Peepson cost Lyra. Becky won. So we're going to get Lyra and Bayley, and then we're going to get Bayley and Becky. Obviously on Raw, we touched on Natty, Natalia, and Becky, and Maxine. If we're going to get Natalia, I just have an ask there, WWE, can we have Natty from GCW Bloodsports?
Yes. That'd be nice.
That version. That's why I said Natalia instead of Natty, because she's known as Natty Neidhart when she does GCW, and it's Italian. But it did its job, and it was what we've said before. something that had to be a little bit more different because it was a blood feud to
Yeah.
end the feud. This is obviously not probably on the scale and the match quality, but this is a female version of Moxley Page Swerve.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
It wasn't to the extent of them, but it was a feud that was a deep feud, and he'd done his job.
It really did do his
And
job.
do you know what? And as British wrestling fans from United Kingdom, Ireland, Wales, Scotland, wherever you're from, should be proud there. That's two of our own on the main card of WWE.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Absolutely. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Rewatching it back, I really did. I shit on it on the night, and rewatching it back, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. But it told a good story. Ended a rivalry. Started new ones. What more can you ask for in that? And the man had new music in.
It wasn't Finger as well. You said it.
It went Death Rebel.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
Rooms
the
people
Wonder
or
Years.
the Wonder Years. Yeah.
The Wonder Years. Because I searched them up. I wanted to know if the song was on. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, cage match again. On the night, shit on it. Rewatching it back, I'm still not keen on this, but I didn't care for it at all.
Second worst match of the night weekend.
Yeah, I didn't. Second worst.
Yeah,
Oh, the weekend. Sorry,
worst.
I thought you meant. I thought you said on the night. Yeah, no. The second worst match of the weekend, but you had the whole MFTs coming out and beating up, or trying to beat up Jacob, and then you had Jimmy coming out. When are we just going to stop with the bloodline shit? I know they're not calling it the bloodline anymore, but
that should be the end of it now. That should be the end
this
of
is
it.
the issue. It should be. Is it going to be? We'll find out on SmackDown, obviously.
This is where we're going to go. This is where we're going to head down the War Games. This is where it's going to be War Games.
I know, and I've been saying
Maybe
it's
the
not going to be
MFT.
War Games for. I don't, and everyone's saying Roman's getting. There's no reason for Roman to get involved in this at all. Roman
This is
will
going to
not
be
get
the
involved in
MFT
this.
versus Team Jacob, which will probably be Jimmy and Jacob, probably Jay.
Yeah, I can see Jay getting involved.
And then if Jay's involved, if they've got nothing else, Sammy will probably be pulled into it with the Usos.
Yeah.
And then it's that fifth member
Which
that they need to get.
Be what? Lance. Did you say Lance? Who did you say?
Noah.
Lance Noah or Zilla? But
Supposedly
we don't. I
through
don't.
time.
Why? We don't need it, man. I'm so done with it. And I love the Bloodline stuff originally, but this Bloodline stuff I just can't stand. Let Jacob do his own shit. Let Jacob do his own shit. Let Jimmy do his own shit.
I'd rather team War Games. I'd rather Team Cena versus Team somebody else. We're going to speak about.
Oh, I said it in the how would we book Cena? Team Cena versus Team Logan Paul. Logan has all the up and coming people, and Cena has the ruthless aggression people. The superstars are now, so you have Drew, you have Logan. You can throw other people in there, obviously 3 more people. And then on Cena's side, you've got Orton, you've got Cena, you've got Ray. And you can even have the Hardys in it if you really want. If the Hardys are with WWE by that time, with the partnership, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think with the person that came back this weekend, it'd be a bit more.
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah. Oh, you could have Lesnar on Team Logan as well, but Lesnar as a team doesn't make sense. Dom versus AJ. Callum on the night asked us who would have the best gear, and we all said different people, and none of us went for AJ. AJ had the best gear of the night.
Dom didn't even know. I've seen a thing with Dom.
Yeah, Dom didn't even know.
That entrance, AJ stole the entrance for the weekend.
Yeah.
With his Eddie inspired, which was a throwback to the Custody of Dom stereo match with him and Eddie and Ray.
2024.
They still haven't put the Latino Styles Styles Heat on shirt on shop yet, which is annoying. Hurry up.
They'll put somebody else's though. Just saying.
Yeah. Getting it out there quick before he gets pulled.
Imagine.
Let's make some of the wages back quickly.
Yeah.
It
It was a good
good
match.
match. I felt this one miss interference again,
Yeah.
especially with them
Where
showing
was the Judgment Day?
they were doing tours around the Empire State Building and Statue of Liberty and
That's my whole point of
grabbing
it.
a slice of pizza.
Where were Judgment Day? Why are they not like? I don't like Dom,
No
and
one
even on
caught.
Raw,
No,
Dom should have said something. Dom should have gone, "Well, where were you?"
do you know what it was?
To plant the
The
seeds.
one man that always the one man that always had Dom's back got let go.
It's true. Baron Corbin. Bastard.
Always had his back.
Bastard.
But yeah, especially with them showing Mr. Iguana and Psycho Clown before.
Why did they not get involved either? Like, and just
This
even
is
the
it.
odds.
Just because it's especially with it being in the Triple Crown match, El Vikingo.
Yeah.
You could have threw somebody from Triple A in there just to cause a bit of havoc. Not necessarily cost Dom the win. Dom still gets the win, but to get involved. There was nods through the entire match to Eddie with
Yeah,
obviously
there
the
was.
boot and the chair and all that sort of stuff. But it was a good match. Did its job.
Yeah, no, it was. Sorry, something just popped up on the news for WWE. Which we'll get to in a minute because it's to do with the last match. And then the main event, the street fight. Cody Rhodes versus Randall Keith Orton. No, let's say that again. Cut that bit out. Cody Rhodes versus, I don't know why I said Randy Orton then, versus John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship. I don't know why it's still called the Undisputed Championship because you've got the World Heavyweight Championship now, so it should be just two. In a street fight, John didn't go back on his word. I thought he was. I weren't buying the whole babyface thing. I thought he was gonna. When they had the hug at the beginning of the match, I thought he was gonna kick him in the balls again, or attempt to, and Cody reverses it. We were taking the piss out of the match. Well, we're not taking the piss, but we were saying it was a 2K game. Saying he saved up 3 finishes to do a super crossroads.
I think at that point, me and you just ready for that.
Oh,
Not
mate,
the throwing a match. We were just ready for the end.
I was ready
With
for the
him
end. I
that
had 3 hours
night.
sleep. I've been moody because of TikTok. I've been moody for something else that happened, and I'm like, I want to go bed. Like I didn't. If I was watching it with just Ted and John, and we weren't doing any of this, I would have gone bed and would have gone fucked it. I can't be asked. But because we had an audience, and I had the YouTube up. I was doing the YouTube through my Streamlabs. I couldn't, and I didn't. It was to think about it deep down. I really didn't. But I was really tempted to say, "Fuck yeah, I can't be asked. I'm going to bed. You two do it." But I didn't because I pulled my big boy pants up. It was a good match. It's better than the WrestleMania main event. Longest match
This
of
is
the
the
night.
many match that we should have got.
37 minutes, 45 seconds. And obviously Cody won. Cody regained the Undisputed Championship, which I'm not mad at all. I don't mind it because storyline wise, it's not just someone that's thrown into it. Cody lost the title at WrestleMania, won King of the Ring, got his chance. Fair enough. If it was someone just random thrown in, like LA Knight, for example, just got a chance, I'd be happy
I think
LA
obviously
Knight
we'll
won,
touch
but
more
I'd
on it
still be a bit.
next week when we do Unreal. When you watch Unreal, you realise a lot more about Cody's position within the company.
Yeah.
Cody is the face of the WWE. It doesn't matter who you like and
Yeah, he
who's
is.
your favourite. As in the company's wise, Cody is the face of WWE now.
By miles.
He is. That there was the official passing of the torch match.
Yeah.
For that white meat, as they call him, babyface. I don't think we're going to see a heel Cody for a very long time.
Yeah.
I may be really wrong, and I might be eating my words in a few
Might be
months'
Cena.
time.
Might be like Cena.
Yeah. And it's going to be sheer down, but just to bit company wise, Cody's more valuable to them as a babyface, squeaky clean, Mr. America. than he is the heel.
Yeah.
Because once he turns heels, kids are not going to want to buy his jackets and his weight belts and the action figure with him and Pharaoh and stuff like that. I love Cody. You know I do. I love John. I'm just looking at this now. I really enjoyed the tag team match. I really did. But I might put this as my favourite match of the night.
Fair play.
Storytelling wise, it had it all. Like you said, there was opportunity for heel turns from both of them. Cody unhooked the ropes and was beating John with it. It's not like Cody, but he knew he had to do something different to keep down Superman. We had, I don't know how many false finishes. At one point, we thought it was triple threat and Will Ospreay was in there.
I call out AEW for it all the time, and I called it out for WWE on the night as well. So no one can call me a hypocrite.
But in defense of this match,
It
needed
it.
False finisher.
It needed it.
You can't have the greatest of all time, John Cena, going down to 2 crossroads.
Yeah, no, you can't.
But then again, you cannot have what you're now trying to build as the biggest superstar in pro wrestling today. And I'll argue the point. If anyone wants to come and have a debate with me, we will do it. He is the biggest name in pro wrestling right now. Cody Rhodes going down to an FU.
Yep.
It had to be multiple. There had to be beatdowns. There had to be weapons. There had to be numerous things to go into there to keep them down. Because walking out of it, like, if Cody went down to 1 FU, John Cena won, that you might as well say 1 RKO and Cody's done. That in this situation, a false finish, it adds to the drama.
Yeah.
Well, Will's is just AEW's, and I'm going to use Will. AEW's one sometimes kills the prestige of the wrestler that he's wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, two lariats, buckshot lariats from Adam Page should have finished Will off. That should have been done and dusted.
And even in the tag match at All In, like how many tombstones, or whatever you call them, day melts, or whatever they call the drivers, on
DK drivers, super kicks. Yeah. That's though you're not protecting your finishers again. But I enjoyed this match. Like Matt said there, we've got a new undisputed world champion again. Said 2-time undisputed world champion in Cody Rhodes, which opens a door, I feel, for other people.
Definitely.
Cody left John in the ring, let John do his little thing and have a moment with the crowd. I was like, well, what do we do now with John?
So before he came out, did you think anyone was coming out? And if you did, who did you think was coming out?
No, the only thing I was feeling, even when he walked off, was Cody doing a heel turn. It's the only thing I had a feels for the all night. Or Dwayne coming out and then Cody turning heel.
That's who I had. That's who I had on my bingo card, was The Rock.
Yeah. I had Rock coming out and stopping Cody. And Cody turning around and walking back. Rock going into the ring, walking past Cody. Cody walking past, and The Rock and Travis Scott even sort of having a bit of a to-do with John and being down, and Cody coming out to make the save, but joining him, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That was my bingo card for the night, and I thought it teased it, like I said, with the ring, beating down the ring.
Oh, right. And then on SmackDown as well, when he said, "I'm the only platinum rapper," that'll give you a slap.
Yeah, and where when I joined these guys and I haven't been seen since, and I've been left out my own to do all this, and I thought that's it.
I thought that was the seeds planted. Yeah.
But no. Instead, we got what blew all our minds, and I don't care anybody says. There was 2 people in the chat that mentioned him, and we all 3 of us shot them down very quickly. It's like, what is your thing of Brock Lesnar? By the way, that's who came back. We had the Beast incarnate.
Yeah. Long-haired Beast.
With his man bun. And
Wait, even a man bun. It's long-haired Beast.
He did look better in shape as well.
Yeah, he did.
Let's see. The Beast incarnate returned, and we called out 2 people in the chat about what's your thing about Brock.
Callum
Why is Brock? Harrison.
Harrison.
Harrison's the one that said there's rumours that Brock's backstage tonight. And you'd be like, nah. And
Well,
we're
to
all
be
like,
fair,
nah, no.
no one knew. He literally came out in the last
Yeah,
second
yeah.
as CODY was going to the back. The only people that knew apparently were Triple H, Nick Khan, TKO, and Dwayne. The only people, John Cena, because obviously he was in the ring. The only people that knew, and they all got had to sign NDAs to say they weren't allowed to say anything.
Which I love the idea of.
Oh, I fucking loved
Please
it, mate.
keep that up. Please keep that up because
Because
that gives
Dave
the
Meltzer and Sean
excitement.
Ross Sapp must have been sitting there going, "How did we not get this scoop?"
Yeah, yeah.
Twats.
And that's what I want. Please, like Tony Khan, you do it too. If you're going to bring a big surprise back, NDA everybody. Because then if it gets leaked, get rid of them. Then you know who your mole is. Then you know who it is that's going running after him. Yeah, the Beast came out, worked his way around the ring, eyeing up John. John looked a bit worried, and he went in and he F5 John. Rolled out, got his hat, and walked off. Obviously, controversial. We're not going into everything that's going on with him in the court case of Mr. McMahon and I think of her name,
Janelle Grant.
Janelle Grant. That's never aside. I have to admit, on time to think it over, I'm happy to see him back. If there's no issues with it being back and he's not going to be pulled from it because of this or that, and he's just back for John, that's it. You know, a small run just to take on John. I'm happy because it gives John something decent to go on and do now. Instead of like, I had an image of John wrestling Grayson Waller at a pay per view just to tick boxes because of the callback to Money in the Bank in London, or facing, ticking people off, and not necessarily who we want them to see. But we want to get something with John and Brock. I'm okay with that. I'm alright.
Yeah, same. Obviously, as John said, we're not going into it, but it's been clear if it's for a company that size, owned by another company the size of the company that's owned by in TKO, they would not have brought him back if they weren't sure it's going to be cleared, or he's not going to be an issue, or the lawyers have said he's not a major part of it. He's been named in it, but he's not a major part of it because there's someone else backstage, apparently, that was involved in it, and he's still there in Michael Hayes, and he's Triple H's right hand man next to Bruce, or his left hand man. Bruce is his right. So until we know facts, and this comes into my wanker of the week, until we know facts, the internet wrestling community need to fucking shut up. Just deal with it. Pull up your big boy pants. Get on with it. And if it all comes out and it throws up in the face of Triple H, WWE, and TKO, then fair enough. Then you can give him all the shit you want. But let's face it, as John just said, did we really want to see John Cena versus Grayson Waller at Crown Jewel in Australia, in Grayson Waller's hometown? Not really. Did we really want to see, people might say yes to this, LA Knight versus John Cena? No, it doesn't do anything for me. John Cena, Triple H said it on the post show, and there's a reason why they didn't do the press conferences for this reason. John Cena got asked, and it weren't on Unreal, got asked who do you want to face in your last year, and he gave him a list of names. Brock Lesnar was one of those names that John Cena wanted to face. So this is John Cena's choice. If John Cena put him on that list and said that is one of the guys I want to face one more time, and it probably will be at Crown Jewel in Perth, then that is the guy you're going to. That's the guy I'm facing. There's no ifs, buts. You're gonna get that decided for me.
If you had said to me on Sunday before it happened, right? Well, literally, there was more to time before, but you said to me at the end of that match, right, John's not got to tell who do you want to face now on his way out. I would like Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Drew.
AJ's one man for me as well.
AJ, and then CODY again.
I like Dom.
That would have been.
I like him to
I
get
like
the brush
something
with
with Dom. Yeah, I'd give Dom a rub. Yeah, Dom would be a good one. But they're the same ones, but we're not going to see much of Raw. I mean, Seth's busy on Raw, so unless John's jumping the Raw,
Mm-hmm.
Drew, we can work in and SmackDown. Dom, once again, jump the Raw. And who was the other one? Kev
Seth.
Owens, maybe. I think I said
Yeah, Kev Owens. 40 back.
something like that. Kev, don't know when Kev's coming back.
Yeah. Maybe he was
But
one. We don't know.
sorry, Punk. Punk's the only one everybody wants to see. Punk,
And we saw that
with
at Night
John and
Champions,
Punk. Yeah.
which was great.
So it
The
can
other
happen.
name on that list, apparently, from what I've been reading, is Edge, which his contract is up. However, coming up over the next couple of months. However, they will have time for injury because he was off for some time with
Yeah,
injury, so
just
he's
on that
not going
last
anywhere.
week or the week before. So,
But yeah, so like, I'm not big Brock Lesnar's biggest fan. I'm not going to sit here and pretend, oh my god, he's amazing. I said it on the night. I stopped caring about Brock Lesnar when he left in 2004. When he returned, I was like, yeah, big pop, that's cool. But I didn't really care about the run he was going on. And then he held the titles, and he keeping the titles for so long, and they weren't taking it off him, and it was pissing me off. And like a perfect example, Great Balls of Fire in 2016 or 17, whenever it was, Samoa Joe should have beat him for the Universal title.
Balance should have put him down as
Finn
well.
should have put him, should have won, and then at the Fatal 4-Way at SummerSlam that year also. And fucking, you could have given it to Strowman, you should have given it to Joe, you could have given it to Roman, but you kept it on Brock. And it's like, that's why everyone actually has issues with Brock. So I don't mind Lesnar being back. It opens up avenues for Cena. I'd rather see a Cena and Lesnar match than, like I said, Grayson Waller and Cena, for example. This issue comes with it, then that's WWE's down to WWE. Why are we as fans so what's the word? So obsessed with Janelle Grant's lawsuit or with something else that's going on? Like, why are we so obsessed with it? I said it on the night. We don't watch wrestling anymore just for the sake of watching it to enjoy it. We pick it apart and we pull it. We like we have just done with SummerSlam. We pick it apart. We look at it. We mainly us as fans, me, John. We hardly, very, very rarely look at negatives of the matches. If something's happened and it's worth talking about, like who was it that jumped off the ladder at Ring of Honor a couple of years ago and broke his leg? Bandido.
Dante Martin. No, Dante
Is it
Martin.
Dante Martin? Dante Martin. Then we'll pick it out because it's fucking hell. He's broke his fucking leg. But if it's a botch like Jade botched Tiffany with a pin and put a leg on the rope, we don't really need to talk about it. It is what it is. So I don't care. It's horrible saying I don't care, but it's WWE's issue, not mine. I can go to bed tonight not worrying about it. I don't give a shit. But Triple H will be worrying every single fucking day, hoping that something doesn't come out. Because then that screws up all plans. So, and this John Cena babyface run. This is what I wanted. I want to see him run down to the ring, talk to Stu, the camera guy, fucking hug babies and shit like that. I want to see this John Cena. This is the John Cena I want to see. And I'm so happy we've got it now.
Yeah, John Cena couldn't go out as a heel. As much as I wanted him to walk away with the title, I still wish
And still that could have still happened. He still could have done that. Not gone down as the last real champion, but gone down as the last of a generation.
No matter what happens come December 31st when he goes, he's gonna go down as the greatest of all time.
Damn right.
No matter what happens, John Cena will go down as the greatest of all time. And it'll be a hard argument for anybody to fight for anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Just on what he's done. And we will probably do a John Cena special.
We'll probably do a fucking week full of it, won't we?
But we'll probably do a John Cena special main event.
Yeah.
Just going through his history and stuff like that. And you know what I mean? Once that comes, you can look it up. Wikipedia has his whole career on there. you've got to cast your mind back with John as well, and it's obviously we'll go into it more depth when we do an episode on him. Is Cena Batista, and I will say both of them carried the company on their backs, probably through the worst time in WWE's history, I'd say, when they were coming off the back of that Attitude Era, going into. I feel like I've lost you again.
No, I'm there.
Oh no,
I'm
you were
listening.
so still then.
No, go on. I'm still there.
You were so still then. Where we're coming out that Attitude Era, where it's at its hottest and its hottest it's ever been till current times, into that adjustment era and the ruthless aggression era, whatever you want to call it, where it was pants, and the only thing that was good on it was what was John Cena doing,
Yeah,
and what was Dave Batista doing. Obviously, you had your other guys around them like Eddie and Ray and Edge and Benoit and RVD and stuff, but their shows, they were the top guys. They were the main eventers. I remember sitting dreaming of the dream match between Batista and John Cena, and then I got it. I for him to do that, plus he's the most requested person to make a wish.
Yeah.
He's helped many wrestlers with things. I know people give him grief because he didn't put over the Nexus and this and that and whatnot.
Me being one of them.
But yeah, but same time, and then obviously people going about how weird he was in Divas. That's John Cena's personal life.
Yeah. Well, that got brought up on Raw by the man.
Yeah, but if you go back and you go look at the storylines, the matches, the main events he's had with everybody, they've all been top stories, build-ups, matches.
Yeah,
there's not many that were terrible. He wouldn't be a 17-time world champion if the company didn't trust him. No one's beaten that record.
No.
I reckon there's a slim chance he walks out as an 18-time champion. Small chance.
Yeah, I
just
agree.
so he leaves with that title.
I agree. Well, seeing his last dates, we've got SmackDown coming up. We've got the SmackDown 2 weeks later. Then we've got Clash in Paris. We've got SmackDown this week, SmackDown in 2 weeks, SmackDown the week after, then Clash in Paris, then SmackDown the week after, then he's on Raw, and then he's on Crown Jewel, then Survivor Series, then his retirement match. So if he's doing any build up for each of those pay-per-views, Crown Jewel for Survivor Series and December's retirement match, he's not going to be there because he's got no dates after that, unless he adds them because he was a heel then, weren't he? So. I don't know.
That's the only thing that I think that's another thing that could have worked in with the face stuff as well. That he adds more dates on.
Yeah, they can still go. He might do that tonight. He might do that on Friday night.
And I firmly believe as well when he said even more when he said, "When I'm done, I'm done."
Yeah, I do. I don't think he'll do any more.
Watching what he was saying on Unreal again, which we'll discuss again next week.
Yeah.
It's not him wanting to give up. His body's telling him it's time to give up.
Yeah.
Rightly so. A lot of wrestlers could have took a lesson from John and listened to it. And he's given up. But yeah, that's Unreal. We'll talk about that next week more.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that episode when we talk about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, night 2. Overall.
Do you know what? Better night out of 2, I'd give it an 8.
I'd give it an 8.5.
I give the overall the pay-per-view a very strong 8. Very strong 8.
Yeah, I'd give it an 8.5 myself. Fair play. Well, dead quick before we just finish off. WWE have officially listed the 25 greatest SummerSlam matches of all time. I've not read these, so this should be interesting. And as we know with WWE's lists, they're very shit. 25, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. That's convenient, isn't it? SummerSlam 2023. 24, Seth Rollins versus John Cena. WWE Championship versus the United States Championship from SummerSlam 2015. Undertaker versus Brett for the WWE title in 97. Lesnar Rollins Universal title 2019. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title in 2022. Randy Orton versus Christian, fucking fantastic match. World Heavyweight title, no holds barred match at SummerSlam 2011. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, SummerSlam 2015. That was better than the WrestleMania match. Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk, World Heavyweight title TLC match. That was incredible. 17 Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kurt Angle at SummerSlam 2001. Again, fantastic. During the invasion angle. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie, ladder match, SummerSlam 2005. Very low down that one. 15 Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman, Universal title, SummerSlam 2017. The Rock versus Triple H. Oh my god, why is that so low? Intercontinental title ladder match at SummerSlam 98. Cena versus Punk. Why is that so low? Cena versus Punk, SummerSlam 2011. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, Last Man Standing 2022. That was the one where he caught the mic when he did the flip from the... Yeah, that was sick. John Cena versus Daniel Bryan, SummerSlam 2013. Undertaker Edge, Hell in a Cell. Doesn't say which one, but that's 2008. Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Intercontinental Championship ladder match, SummerSlam 95. The Rock versus Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam 2002 for the Undisputed title. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Unsanctioned Street Fight, SummerSlam 2002. Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys versus Edge and Christian, Tag Team titles, TLC, SummerSlam 2000. Bret versus Owen, they have to get a Bret Hart match in the top 5. WWE title Steel Cage match in 94. Punk versus Lesnar. Really? SummerSlam 2013, no disqualification. Excuse me. Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect. Okay, now Bret Hart's not as good. Intercontinental title, SummerSlam 91. The GOAT, John Cena versus AJ Styles, SummerSlam 2016. Yes, fair dues. And then number 1, if you can guess, happened in London at Wembley. Bret the Hitman Hart versus British Bulldog for the Intercontinental title, SummerSlam 92. So for me, Cena and Punk at SummerSlam 2011 was quality. Rock Triple H Intercontinental Championship ladder match SummerSlam 98 should be higher up. Ray and Eddie should be higher up. Jeff and Punk TLC should be up, and Angle and Stone Cold should be higher. Undertaker and Edge actually as well. Take out the Bret matches, by the top one because it probably is the best one. But it's interesting to put so many Brock Lesnar matches in after much just transpired. But that's it. SummerSlam over, done for another year. What's next? Clash in Paris? No, Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door for AEW.
Clash.
Emergence, TNA Emergence, on it's just an episode of TNA Impact. Is next week, I think. Then we got Forbidden Door, and the day after Forbidden Door, we have NXT Heatwave doing double duty. I think. Unless I'm wrong.
I feel like it is. He said it was.
It's on that weekend. I don't know how it all falls. I'll have a look while you're closing out. Let me have a look. When's Forbidden Door? 24th?
24th, I think he said.
Oh, WWE screwed me over. So I could be watching NXT separately. Yeah, so we'll be watching Forbidden Door. NXT's on the same day.
Same day. But no, right, well, as you know, peeps, as we say every week, we are Wrestling Fellas. We're Wrestling Fellas everywhere. Go and follow us, especially after what happened this weekend. Really important if you do get involved in the lives and you're wondering where we were on Sunday night. We had to jump across to YouTube. We have, if something like that happens, we have backups. So we are on YouTube as you're watching us now. We are on Twitch. We are on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X. It's everywhere. It's Wrestling Fellas. Make sure you go and follow us, because if something like that happens again, we will always be able to bounce on one of the other ones.
Yeah. Very
quickly, like we did. So we'll always be around for the lives. Obviously, go and check out the live still up. If you want to see our reaction tonight too, it's still up. They haven't sent us any.
So there is. I'll tell you after. Yeah, that's not. We're fine.
Also, we've got that, like we talked about the other week. We've got a TV video out, which really fun. We'll probably do more of them. Down the line, there will be the return of Matt versus John. It's just going to be not just yet. We have heard comments, and we've had just have a conversation. Obviously, with Ted stepping away from the weekly stuff, it makes things a bit harder for us. Me and Matt are going to do it just on hold for a little while. Just why? See, I've been very open with you. I've got work stuff and life stuff to sort out first. So is Matt. So we're just going to get all that put into place and get that going. Got top 5 this week.
Top 5 this week. It's top 5. I'm not even telling him. But yeah, top 5 this week. Sorry, I forgot we're not
Top
telling
5 returns this week. I know it's not been around for a couple of weeks, so top 5 does return this week.
Yeah.
Go and check that out. Obviously, once again, get in the comments your top 5. Peeps, let us know in the comments below what you thought of SummerSlam. What did you think of Seth cashing in and Punk? Cody taking the title back from John, and obviously Brock's return. Let us know what you think below. Anything else? Let us in there as well. We always like to hear what you think. But once again, we are the Wrestling Fellas. And until next time.
Peace.